Welcome to our retirement, folks. Morning.
Morning. Trevor's laughing at me because I've got my kimono dressing gown on.
Which is about 10 times too big.
I didn't want to put my thick one on. And I hadn't decided what clothes I was going to put on this morning. I thought I need more time. So I'll just put my kimono on and nip down and we'll have breakfast and then I'll go back up and get changed after. Decide what I'm putting on.
Yeah, we're going over to Mick's. We had a late invitation last night to Mick and Jane's. So we're going over to Mick and Jane's today.
Yeah.
I feel rough.
Yeah. Yeah, he's stiff, his bones aching, aren't they?
I ache all over.
Yeah.
I've just taken a couple of paracetamol.
Yeah, that should work. It helped my back. A couple of paracetamol when I took it.
Yeah, I felt,
Ugh. Awful.
Yeah. Typical.
We've got a little array of things on the table. A little glass jar, a little paint pot, and some, I think they're, what do you call them? I can't remember the name of them. What you put in soups and lentils. Lentils. Is this for, are you there, Alethea? No, she's not. She's gone. Kept hearing the phone going off, so she must have timers set for when she's got to go and do something. I think this is for maybe a project of a photograph. And she got the most beautiful bunch of flowers last night. And they were only £6. I thought that was really good. Didn't you?
I have no idea how much flowers are.
So she's stuck them in here. Do I have to be at front or at there?
Yeah.
There. There's a couple of roses and some other flowers that I don't know the name of.
She's got them for doing a photographic project.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
It's Alethea.
That's Alethea. She went with her dad last night to get them. Now, if Tracy were here, she could tell you what flowers they were. Because when she was younger, she worked in a flower shop. And she still remembers names of them, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So that looks... Oh, and she's going out as well because it's a friend's birthday. Emily.
Yeah.
It's her birthday. And we've got to give a shout out for Dave and Bonita.
Dave and Bonita Van Life. Dave and Bonita Van Life.
Yeah.
They're
still on.
They're getting on towards 1,000 subscribers. So they asked us to give them a shout out. So maybe you go over there and have a look at their channel. They're sold up and live in a van, but they're spending most of the time on the nurseries over at Mumby in Lincolnshire.
We think they're helping out, don't we?
Yeah.
With the other couple who took over from
Neil. Yeah, when on the day of our accident, we had just left them.
Yeah, we just come from there.
In fact, they have us on film, waving goodbye.
Yeah.
As we went forth to destruction.
Oh, and we did appreciate being there, didn't we?
Yeah.
And having breakfast in the cafe that's on the site.
Yeah.
That were really nice. And the couple who run that cafe are lovely, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, they've given us some bacon.
They sent us off with bacon and eggs.
which
Didn't
all
they?
got
all got destroyed.
destroyed in the crash.
So we never even got a chance to enjoy them.
No, we didn't. We bought some steak and all.
Yeah.
We never got a chance to enjoy that.
No. We didn't. Yeah, that was a shame because we'd decided we were going to treat ourselves that day, and we bought some new potatoes from a stand, didn't we? We were right looking forward to having them with a steak. And hello, darling, are you ready for off?
Yeah, I just need to get a couple of things from in here.
That's
Not much
okay.
to turn.
Is that okay, just for a
Yeah,
second?
all them things into uni to do a photography
She's not
project.
going to meet
She's
Emily.
not
She's
going to meet
uni.
Emily. She's going to uni. I knew she was going out, and I thought, because it were Emily's birthday, she was going to see Emily.
Mm.
But that must be tomorrow.
All right.
Sorry about that. What were we saying? About nurseries and
Dave and Bonita,
Dave
yeah,
and
we
Bonita. Yeah, so they must be enjoying themselves. I think, did they go and buy another van
Yeah, they
after
bought-
we left?
They've bought a motorhome since we
Yeah, since
Saw
we
them.
saw them.
from that place in Newark.
Brownlow's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
is it Brownlow's?
I think it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Oh, they managed to, mind you, I think they had plenty of money, didn't they? From, I'm saying that because they were going to sell a house or a flat, I'm not sure which it was. I'm getting way late, aren't I? Sorry.
we're starting to we do private information about other people. It's
Sorry.
not for us to.
No, it isn't. You quite agree.
Anyway, they are.
They are. You haven't brought any pictures down today, have you?
No,
No.
I'd be sick of seeing them.
Right. Tracy did some last night.
Yeah, I
She's
don't
got
think
really
they're
into
quite-
this,
I don't think they've quite come out.
how she wanted them.
Mm.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Bye,
Oh,
darling.
bye, love.
Well, she's been in book cupboard and all. Checking all sorts with her. Oh, I've got my chair. So I've got to feed Ernie and then go get ready. Are we
Getting a taxi.
getting a taxi?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a drink of your port last night, didn't you? Because Tracy, after she'd had her tea, she says, "Oh, I think I'm going to have a glass of port." Tracy don't drink a right lot, does she? Not when she's in the house, anyway. And you said, "Oh, I'll have a glass with you then." It was birthday port, was it? Or Christmas port, that one?
I think so.
Christmas.
Yeah, still got. Yeah.
Good. Half a bottle left.
When we, on a Sundays, my dad used to go to the pub for exactly an hour, never a minute more. He used to come back on the stroke of one.
Just as the Yorkshires were coming out.
Just as Yorkshire puddings were coming out of cupboard, out of toven. And my mum, she always, on a Sunday, when she was cooking Sunday lunch, she always had a glass of port.
And Edna made lovely Yorkshire puddings, but she never ate them.
No, my mum won't eat eggs.
No.
She said, "I'm not eating anything that's come out of an hen's arse."
She were a funny. Yeah, no, she wouldn't have a Scotch egg or a boiled egg or...
No, she won't. She couldn't stand thought of it.
Quite funny. We were telling you about how we come to be in Rodley. And I think, I don't know whether you were working down at that barber's, making them tables at that time.
In Armley?
In Armley, yeah. He were working at the back of a barber's shop, cutting tables out. And I was at home because Alethea were only small. Tracy were only small. And I just washed my hair. And I was sat looking at paper. And we've been talking about maybe moving somewhere else, haven't we, from Armley?
Well, we're always looking
for somewhere.
Going for walks and seeing all these derelict properties knocking about and thinking, oh,
that'd make a nice house.
That would make a nice house, wouldn't it? And in them days, you could get something that had been neglected and fallen to pieces.
Yeah, you could get old railway stations for 7,000.
Yeah. Yeah, in Wales we used to look at stuff like that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Old schools.
Yeah.
That had been schools, you could pick them up for really, really cheap in Wales and Lincolnshire were cheap as well.
That's why we ended up there, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, yeah.
But I was looking at the paper and the ads, and something caught my eye about this property being £1,000, and it said it were in Rodley on Canal, and I thought, £1,000? Wow! So I were bursting, and when he come in, I said, "There's a property here for £1,000." He says, "Get away in! It's a misprint."
Yeah, I did.
It's a misprint.
Yeah.
I says, "Well, go and ring them up and see anyway." And them days we didn't have phones in house. You had to go to
All Lane to phone
box, didn't you? And you rang her, Rick.
I did.
I think he were advertising it himself, wasn't he?
He was.
You rang him.
I said, "Is this true? £1,000 for this property?" He said, "Yep, it is." "Well, can I come and look at it?" He says, "Yes, you can." So I went on my own. I went straight away. And Eric met me here, and it was in next door actually, not here. This where we are now were a chemist shop, but next door was owned by Eric. That's the one that was for sale for £1,000, and he let me in, and it was just full from floor to ceiling of obsolete American car parts on every level. It was in a right state. But he took me down into the basement and out of the back door. And when I walked out into that backyard and saw the canal and Rodley Fold Farm opposite, I nearly flipped. I said, whoa. Because the main road at the front of the house is the main Shipley Turnpike Road. And it's quite a busy road, that.
It is now, it wasn't then.
But it was still fairly busy. I mean, we used to have loads of smashes on it.
Yeah.
But when you come in the back here, it was like a different world. It was
quiet.
It was so quiet. You couldn't hear anything. It was beautiful. And I just thought, I said, I'm going to have it. How do I buy it? He says, well, I want £100 deposit this weekend because I'm doing a job and I need the cash. Right, I says, okay. So I ran home to Pat, all full of excitement. Them were the days, weren't they?
Excitement.
Oh, it's just a distant memory being excited. And we used to put all us... Pat and I, we've never been in debt. Never. We used to put money away in a tin.
Electric,
gas, rent, rates, everything in tins. Save it up and pay everything, you know. Well, we raided the lot.
We still didn't have enough.
We still fell short. And I ran up to my dad's, and my mum and dad, they were just getting ready to go on holiday. And I said, I've seen this place, it's absolutely incredible. I need 30 quid or something it was.
They were 25.
25 quid. I need 25 quid to make up I need to put 100 deposit down on it. And we've got 75, I need another 25 to secure it. And my mum and dad lent me it, the 25 quid.
The banks weren't open because it was
bank holiday weekend.
Bank holiday weekend.
Yeah. And I rushed back down to Eric's, and there was somebody else after it, and he wanted to give him a cheque
for £100.
For 100 quid, and Eric says, I don't want a cheque, I need the cash. And I says, I've got it here, 100 quid cash. And he says, it's yours.
Oh dear, that were well done, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that's how we got it.
Yeah.
I mean, this Mr. Oh dear me, I've forgotten our solicitor's name. No, what was his name? Oh, fancy that.
Oh, that's funny, isn't it? I can't remember.
We had a...
He was a family solicitor.
My mum and dad had used this solicitor for years, and we used him, and he'd have had a fit if he'd have known what I was doing. No paperwork. I suppose I did get a receipt for me 100 quid, you know. But yeah.
We did get the deeds and everything, didn't we?
Eventually, we put our house on the market. That's another story.
Aye, we'll tell you that tomorrow.
It's a long story, that. Yeah. So that's how we got next door.
It wasn't exactly when I arrived and Trevor's mum and dad saw it.
When my mum and dad saw it,
they said, "You're mad.
You can't live here.
You can't live
You can't live here. There'll be rats in here. You can't live in here."
Your mum were determined that there were going to be rats.
There were actually not necessarily in the place, but there were rats. We used to watch the rats because there were two barges moored up at back there at that time. And we used to watch rats running along ropes that were mooring barges to wall.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we come to be living in Rodley, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of it were a quick dash and a very quick exchange.
Where has that person gone?
He says he's lost his...
Trevor Whetstone, where are you?
He's lost himself.
I don't know where I've gone. He that was me. Since that crash. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't feel right.
You don't feel his own self, do you?
No. I don't. I've lost. Nothing appeals to me.
Yeah, and I don't think I've helped with having all these things and tests and things.
Well, I've had illnesses as well.
Yeah. We just don't seem to have the energy to think of things, do we? And
everything that I think of, I just think. I said to Pat last night, what we need is that little Fiat that on a night it turns into a camper, and then on a morning it turns back into a Fiat 500 again. That's what we need to happen.
I said, well, there are little cars out there that do that, but they don't have any facilities, do they, in them? Really?
Not for us. If we were
A bit younger
and fit, we were like normal, like we used to be,
Yeah.
then it'd be okay. We could do it, but not now.
No, don't think so.
We've got too many issues.
Issues.
Issues. It's a good word.
That's
a
a good
very
word.
modern word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Issues.
Issues.
I hear that a lot. So, how do you go about finding
yourself again.
yourself, this
Person that you used to be.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you find them? Come out wherever you are. If you're not playing, just stay where you are.
Which you just seem to be doing at the moment.
Yeah,
Because you're not playing.
I'm not playing.
No.
I've lost. They're unsubscribing from this channel
Are they?
because they probably think we're a couple of dead dodos.
They don't.
But somebody contacted me this morning and said, I haven't heard from you for a long time. And I went on I found your channel again and I've been unsubscribed, she says. And she didn't unsubscribe and I didn't. So...
Who's unsubscribed then?
I don't know how that could happen. But there's about 11 disappeared in last week or so.
Oh?
Makes you wonder if somebody's sabotaging our channel.
Do you think?
No, we've got, is it the Russians or the Chinese? They're sabotaging us.
Could be somebody out there just messing about with buttons on the computers.
Didn't subscribe
Hackers.
anyway. It didn't subscribers. It's viewers. Viewings that are important.
Yeah. Viewings. Right.
Yeah. I don't know why, but we get a lot of viewings. We don't get many subscribers, but we get a lot of viewings.
Right. Oh, that's good then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
So, I think we should finish it here,
I
darling,
do, yeah.
because you've turned it off a couple of times.
Ready, yeah. Okay, folks, we'll see you tomorrow, I hope.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.